Well, I love looking after children. I'd enjoyed staying at home with my own 2 boys, and I felt it would be a flexible job that enabled me to be at home also with my own boys. And the fact that I could be self-employed as well was a big bonus.
It was actually a neighbour that asked me to look after her son, and at the time I thought, hey, look after someone else's children, because I did accounts before that, and it was there. I took on her child and I've never looked back.
I was leaving my job, and because John works shifts, it was just easier to find something that I could do for childcare and for working around his job.
It's very important to parents to have a good service, someone they can rely on, because I think it's a big deal leaving your children with someone else.
One of the first things I did was went on the SCMA induction course. It was really good. It was over a few weekends.
Oh, their induction training's amazing. I reckon that everybody should do induction training.
The induction training dispels a lot of the myths and makes it much clearer what you actually need to do to become registered.
I think I would have been really lost if I hadn't done it, because I wouldn't have had a clue where to start or what to do.
It just gives you all the information you need, and it points you in the direction of where to go for the other information.
It tells you so much about what is involved within setting up as a business, as a childminder.
If with anything else, go and do that.
Yeah, well, there's definitely a demand for it. Within Fife, I mean, we have 386, I think, childminders or something.
As soon as you mentioned that you're thinking about becoming a childminder, I was actually approached by a parent who was a next door neighbour of an existing childminder. So, and I think once you've got one family, then other business tends to follow.
It was moving to a new village where nobody knew me and starting up a business where nobody knew me. It was more me having to get out there to meet people, to let them know that A, I'm here, and B, that I'm now a childminder.
My neighbours, the neighbour next door to me, she was a childminder, and she just introduced me to new children and things like that. So I've just continued on with it. They've got a helpline and everything within the Scottish Childminding Association, and if you've got any problems at all, the people on the end of the phone at the helpline are just like second to none.
It's very easy to just give them a call and chat through any questions that you've got, and they do get back to you.
To have someone there that's going to tell you everything you need to know and all the changes is really nice to have that, so that you don't miss something.
There's an ongoing series of trainings that you can do, modules that you can either go to locally, actually physically go to a training, or there's online e-learning available.
SCMA makes sure you're kept up to date with all the relevant information that comes out. If there's anything new comes out, it's always posted on to us.
They also send out a regular magazine that gives you quite a lot of information and updates. And there's also network meetings that you can attend and get the chance to meet other childminders.
You know, childminding is a professional job. It's not just something you can take on light-hearted.
I love the interaction with the children. You know, each individual child that comes in is so different, and they're little characters, and you see them developing.
You're getting paid to go to the park and have fun.
I don't know, it's just fun, just really, really fun.